Who would have thought that a split-second decision to leave one line and get into another at a fast food restaurant would lead to a lifelong, loving relationship? When the restaurant caught wind of one couple's special love story, it stepped up with roses and an anniversary meal. Emerson Lehman was there for the annual noon-hour lunch date celebrating a magical how-they-met moment.
Even on a cold, rainy February day,
how are you?
Good, how are you?
you can't wipe the smiles off the faces of lovebirds Cindi and Mark Franceschina.
You didn't forget?
No.
After all, nothing says I love you like a burger and some fries.
I am just going to have a quarter-pounder meal, please.
27 years ago, Mark pulled into the parking lot at this McDonald's just off of Green Bay Road in Racine.
I was going to go through the drive-thru, but the line was too long. So I decided to park and walk inside.
Little did he know, the decision would change his life.
I was in line, and then I had turned and looked and saw her next to me in the line to my right.
The her Mark is referring to is now his wife, Cindi, who had the same craving for some fries and a Coke.
She said hi to me, and she smiled. And when she smiled, I was like, man, wow. She is beautiful.
Way too kind.
No. I mean, I was like stricken, man. She was beautiful.
The two grabbed their respective orders and went on their way until...
And I stopped and looked back at her, and as she got to her car, she stopped and turned and looked back at me. And I was like, well, that's a done deal. I got to go after her now. I got to chase her down.
Chase her down he did, eventually exchanging phone numbers in the parking lot of a nearby car wash. Cindi even keeping the notepad.
This was like actual phones, like landline.
Every year since, on February 9th, she's had a date at noon at the same restaurant with her McDonald's guy.
We never said anything to each other. We just always showed up. At noon at this McDonald's. Well, there were years I was like, oh, he better show up if he forgets. And
but we never have,
without
though.
fail, we've
never have. We've always just both shown up and had lunch without even reminding each other anything.
The chance encounter has led to more than just an annual lunch date. Cindi and Mark married in 1999 and now have 3 kids and 2 grandchildren to share their story with, one they feel can inspire hope for others who may face hurdles in their love life, just as they have.
Coming from a broken marriage and then, meeting him on February 9th of that year, we didn't come to McDonald's looking to meet our future husband or wife.
Right.
We weren't desperate.
While admittedly every day isn't filled with roses and sweet treats,
We have been through a lot in the last 27 years.
they've stayed by each other's side through thick and thin, offering support, love, and laughs.
I wouldn't trade any of it.
Right, same.
We're blessed. It's been wonderful.
Nearly 3 decades later, the couple looks back on their journey and can't help but smile.
It's so fun to just revisit and know that we continued this tradition.
A tradition of love with a side of fries.
Some people swipe right, but instead we just go to McDonald's.